Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with another episode of Fishing Planet, and we are here at Mudwater River, and I am still taking part in the Irish event, the 2023 St. Patrick's Day event. And after the last episode, I tried to basically show you some of the things that you might be able to do to take advantage of this, but there are still like a lot of problems that didn't even occur to me. Honestly, I've been playing this particular profile here since, well, pretty much since Fishing Planet started. And, well, I've forgotten over time what it's like to start out as a new player. And Dulakaba, he's going through it and he's feeling the struggle bus that it takes to do this for free. And I've often contemplated actually starting another profile just so that I can experience the same thing, but I don't know if I'm going to do that since he's doing it already. So I'm going to kind of take the further on end, and I think he can do the earlier end of things. But one of the things he pointed out in the last episode that didn't occur to me, yeah, you can catch leprechaun fish, you can catch the Buzzman tambiquis, you can catch the rowdy bass, but they weigh so much. And when you first start out, your keep nets or your stringers can only hold so many pounds. And if even at level 16, I think he said that his could hold 2 of those. That's it. Then he has to stop and start the entire day over, which means he has to pay to extend out his time. So I'm like, I forgot about that. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Damn. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, if you hear a bunch of noise in the background at any point, my dogs have been wrestling off and on, so I do apologize for that. But we do have a new puppy, as I don't know if you saw the video I put up about her, but she and Jasper like to play all the time, and they like to play rough. So I apologize for that ahead of time. So far, they seem to be quiet, but. And also, Dulakaba might be jumping in, so you might hear his voice pop in. And if that happens, I will probably take a break and come back, because I think he and I might be doing we might go to the Hunter. So, we'll see what happens there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Right now, I'm at Mudwater River, and I'm doing what are some 2 missions? I'm not doing the Leprechaun's Favor missions. I'm going to work on the Expulsion of Snakeheads, and one of the things I did look at here, and I'm hoping this is the case. I could be totally wrong. But it does say more and more folks are complaining about the nasty snakeheads who force out other species from waterways in different regions. This world needs a new hero. Arm yourself with the gold horseshoe stringer. Set off in search of snakeheads and bring order to the fish ecosystem of your favorite waterways: Mudwater, Neherrin, Everglades, Quanchkin, Sanderbagersee, Weeping Willow, Blue Crab, Marone. Now, I had completed that quite a while ago. If you check in my inventory, I'm going to go over here and you will see I have the Golden Horseshoe. Those races that took place, I completed those. It took me actually a couple years to get all the parts. A couple years, no joke. So even with DLCs and everything, this is, I've said before, this is a tough event. You have to have a lot of time or invest a lot of money. But it can be fun, but at this point it's just become a matter of principle to see how far I can get. I'm determined to finish this thing once and for all, and it may or may not happen this year. Probably will not, because of this particular mission right here, the Leprechaun's Favor 6, because I have to catch rowdy bass on Marone. I can't get to Marone unless I buy the DLC, or I'd have to buy some kind of, go to the shop here and get a light, let's see, a pond pass or something. I'm not even sure if I can get a pond pass to it. So either way I'd have to pay real money or use up a whole bunch of bait coins in order to get that. Uh, just in a little while I've been messing with this, I have managed to pick up about 20 bait coins just from what I've shown you guys. So if I really wanted to grind the bait coins, I can do that. But again, like I said before, check my inventory here. Well, actually the horseshoe doesn't count. I was using another keep net that holds up to like almost 1,000 pounds of fish, so I could get a lot of them, and it's no big deal. Now this golden horseshoe can hold 463 pounds of fish, which is still pretty good. It's not as big as some of the others, so I do remember when I was fishing for the event fish last year that it filled up a little quickly, so a lot quicker than my keep net did. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump in here. Oh, one more thing before I go any further. I was able to pick up some more drunken worms, and I was able to pick up more pickled huari fruit for free. I checked a couple of the pots, got one in one and one in the other. That doesn't always happen. Or doesn't always happen. Usually get the doggone bully grasshoppers instead, which I don't need so many of them. But anyway, I keep getting off track here. We're trying to get in here and do a little bit of fishing. Alright, now this is where I'm going to start off at. Alright, let's get to it, guys. I believe that marker out there is the marker that I put for, let me see here, the Northern Snakeheads last time with the Irish bass jig, and I also caught it with the Irish grayfish attached to it. See, that was a little trick I picked up a while back that was able to complete 2 of the missions. So some of them you can stack different lures on top of another and complete it a little faster. That can help a little bit. Now with the popper pint and I think the spinner bait, there's really not much I can do about it. So let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and try and decide if I need to use, yeah, I better use my Loki. Now I should, let's see, I've got the lucky pot on there, so I probably need, where's the popper pint? Is it on here? I always forget where they stick them. Well, there's the leprechaun buzz bait. We'll go ahead and put that on there. We'll get that one out of the way. And it looks like we can stack something on there. So actually I might go ahead and put, let's see, what else could I put on here that might help? Let's put the Irish grayfish. That might increase our odds. Even though it's not going to complete 2 missions, it may increase our odds. Every little thing helps. And we're going to see what that does here. I need to catch 2 more of those to complete that leg. So I'm really close on that anyway. So let's go ahead and get my rod out here. And throw it right out there and see if we can't get some of these guys. Now, like I said before, peaks do not matter. To me, the Northern Snakeheads resemble the bowfin quite a bit. And I'm not 100% certain, but they could be in the same family. I'm going to have to check on that. We're just going to keep throwing it out here, kind of fan it out. Now with that extra weight from that other lure, I'm thinking that it might be weighing it down a little bit more. But again, I think it's going to increase our odds a little bit. There he is.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. I'm just at Mudwater. Oh, dang on it. Almost got one. I was just finishing up the Expulsion of Snakeheads thing at
Oh,
Mudwater.
right.
Yeah, I just had put on there that, you had spoken about the keep net situation, and I had totally forgotten about the early on your keep nets can only hold about 30 or 40 pounds of fish, and that I was
Yeah.
like, well, that sucks. But
Well,
let
I went to Mudwater to see about catching the last couple of fish. I needed to finish up one of the Mudwater missions, and so I wasn't fishing with the drunken worms or anything. And
yeah,
I tied into three of the leprechaun fish, and like the first one that I brought in was almost 20 pounds.
yeah, I'm sure.
And the problem was because they were larger than 8.8 pounds, they wouldn't fit on my stringer. So it
Yeah,
wasn't even a matter of I could only fit two or three. It was a matter of I literally couldn't put them on my stringer. Did not get paid the gold because, of course, I can't keep the fish.
right.
And all told, that Mudwater trip put me in the hole 4,000.
Oh, good God. Oh, damn. That sucks.
But it did. I mean, they are fantastic XP and they are considered trophies. So I ended up making like 6 gold from low level trophy accomplishments.
Right. Well, now let me go ahead and stop recording here. Alright, guys, I am back, and it's actually been quite a few hours since I was last here when Dulakaba came. We decided to go on the Hunter. You might want to check out his latest video. He's already got one out already of us going after Canadian geese. So I will put a link to that video down below this video description. And I also made a few changes here. I went ahead and got a stronger rod because right before I came in here I wanted to do a little testing to make sure that they were going to actually bite on this darn thing. And they did. They did just fine. My problem is I had to really fight with that rod. I want to make this a little shorter, not sit there spend hours and hours fighting a fish to get it in. So what I did is I put the Rivertex Salamonster in here in its place. The other one was like a 24-pound line weight. This is a 46 pounds, so this is twice as strong. Should get them in without any issues whatsoever. If it still doesn't get in fast enough, I'll bump it up to the next one. I've got them all the way up to like 87 pounds, so not a big issue. But everything else is set up to match that. Now, also wanted to tell you, I did a little, like I said, I did a little bit of testing because I was able to get some of the event baits, and I threw on a pickled Huari palm fruit just to see if anything would bite on it. I don't think the Tambiquis are here, again, like I said, but believe it or not, I pulled in without, like maybe a minute later, one of the leprechaun fish off of this. So that works for them as well. That's kind of interesting. So I guess they kind of interchange it a little bit. But, I mean, they do have their preferred ones, but they will bite any of the event baits. So, just if you run out of one, try the others. You might be able to still get what you need. But anyway, we've got one more of the snakeheads to catch here. So let me go ahead and see if I can't get him. Now, one of the things I've been trying to do with this, I've been trying to... Oh, not this. I've got the wrong rod here. One of the things I've been trying to do is get it up to the surface, because that's where they really tend to bite with this particular type of lure. And it sinks kind of fast because it's kind of heavy. So I put it up to 3 to start off with to get it up to the surface. And once I get it there, I take it down to 2. And then I kind of do a stop and go. And that seemed to be really the trick to getting them. But anywhere along here, they can be caught. And you might get a surprise and get a bowfin too. So they go for the same lure. There we go. Didn't take too long. Okay, we can bump up the tension here quite a bit. So even with this rod, he's still tugging on this pretty good. Now the last one I got was around, I think, 26 pounds. So he's still giving me a bit of a fight. We are going to get him, man. The other one that I brought in took me quite a while off that other rod. Well, you are not making this easy for me. Damn. They are fighters, I will give them that. If I can get his head up, I can probably get him in, but oh my god, are you serious? He just took it out again. He was like 17 feet. There we go, we got him. Okay, that one's completed. Now see, I still have that to deal with too. But there's the Northern Snakehead. 25.408 pounds, 519 cash. And take a look. See how big they are? They are a good sized fish. Lighting over here is not wonderful, but there we go, that's a little better. Decent sized fish. They do look similar to the bowfin, although they are much, much larger. Get a picture of him. Let me take that thing down there. There we go. Yeah, I've even got my little Irish hat on here, guys. I won that with one of the other missions. Let's see, so we've got that. We don't need this lure anymore. Let's see, we've got the popper pint we need, the stout walker, the swim bait lucky pot. Actually, any of those would work just fine. Let's just go into our inventory and see what we can take out here. Let's see. Okay, there's the swim bait lucky pot right there. Now, I can't attach anything else to this, so I'm going to have to make do with just this lure itself. But I should be able to get everything here. So, I mean, you can go to any of the other locations that it said, but this is going to be the cheapest. I mean, at this point, we need to do this reasonably. So, as little cost as possible. Oh, did you see that follow? He was almost on it. I was just a little bit slower. So that was close. That was real close. I think I'm going to do it a little bit slower. Give him a chance to catch up. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is an event fish. I don't think it's as big as that last one though. That last one was a good... He was good sized. Well, he is starting to fight it now. It's like he almost wasn't sure he was caught. Boy, these are good fighters. We're just going to hold him and reel him in as he lets go. And he's going to take some out. If we get him in close enough and then dip our rod, we'll get him in. There we go. Yeah, he's a 26 pounder too. $5.50 cash. There we go. That's another one. And you can see how quickly that's going to fill up my net. Now, yeah, anybody like probably lower than a level 20, I don't know if you're going to have anything that can keep it. Well, obviously you're supposed to put it in the golden horseshoe stringer, but I mean, even so, even if you just catch them by accident. The only thing is too is this horseshoe stringer breaks down kind of fast. That's another little trick they put in there, unfortunately. Now I have to catch 9 of them with this one lure, and I still got to catch a slew of others. Let me see. I've got to get 10 off the popper pint, 6 off the spinner golden tune, 8 off of the stout walker, and swim bait this one, 4 more. So I've got to get 28 of these things before this is complete. But for me, it's going to be... Oh, I got a snag. For me, it's going to actually be kind of worth it because I'm pretty darn close. I've got plenty of time. And I think what I might do is as I'm trying to pick these guys up, I might do them in different lakes, just so you guys can see if you have a preference, a lake preference or whatever. Let me see here. I think, let me see which ones we got. Yeah, you might prefer the Neheran or the Everglades. The Everglades is for me I like to fish for them in Mudwater. The Everglades, I'm not real sure where they're caught in Neheran. Quanchkin is another good place, and the others, no, I don't know for sure. But I have got to get these guys, but if I get this, I get the St. Patrick's Song motorboat. I would love to get that. Don't care so much about the other stuff. It'd be nice to have and cutesy, but this is what I want right here. Sole reason why I'm doing this. So, anyway guys, that is the Northern Snakeheads. I'm going to keep at this off screen, and I hope you guys watch and continue to watch. I'm going to probably come back, do this at the Everglades. Might see if I can find them at Neheran. But I'm not going to go any further than that because it takes a lot of money travel time. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will be back with another episode of Fishing Planet, the 2023 St. Patrick's Day event. So until then guys, as I always say, aim straight, cast far, and have fun. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.